Alright, welcome back to another video. This is Matt. Today is March 13th. Actually, today's March 12th. And I have some emerald green arborvitaes. I'll put a video here to my grow table, which is off to my left, your right, of 15 emerald arborvitaes. These ones are snow damaged. We had like 3 feet of snow piled up on top of all these. So these ones, matter of fact, I bought all of them to propagate, to cut, chop up, and to make hundreds of arborvitae babies. That's what I'm going to do in this video. Is I'm going to show you that today, how to clip, how to stick, and how to propagate. Follow along. Okay, I purposely found these at Home Depot last fall. They were half price, so their regular price was I think $10.99. They were on clearance for $5 at the end of the year. So I brought them home and just threw them in the grow table and let them sit over winter as is. But as you can see, now we've got some that are snow damaged, and I'm going to literally shred these trees. I'm going to take them right down to the bare bones. Maybe not all the way to the bare bones, but I'm going to take most of these cuttings off with last year's growth and stick them into soil to get roots to grow, so we have a bunch of baby trees. So, alright, I don't know if you can see, there's multiple stems here, and all I'm going to do to start off, I'm going to cut almost all the way down the main stem and just set them off to the side for right now. What you want to take is, see this darker colored bark here, which it's March 12th, so these are already going to be considered dormant hardwood cuttings, although this is a softwood. But because it's dormant and it's winter time, there's no new growth on here. You can see last year's growth is still somewhat green, and then the lighter color. And that's what we're going to bruise and put into the soil with some rooting hormone. So the bruising, it'll callus, and then that's where the new roots will come out of once these wake up in the spring. But I'll show you that next. I left 4 a little bit taller. I want them to get pretty big, and those 4, if something happens to these, they don't make it, which I don't see that happening. They should make it. I'm going to put them in the ground, and they should just take right off and grow at least 1 or 2 this year. But these ones here, I want to be nice and big. I'll plant those around the house, and then I will just take cuttings off of those from each year from here on out, which is the plan with all of the plants that I'm propagating right now, is to get them growing around the house so I can take cuttings off of them and then sell or replenish the orchard or properties as we move forward from year to year. Okay, so now I have all these cuttings. I don't know if you can see this or not, but with all of these cuttings, I can probably get two cuttings out of here. See how this one's got some green to it, and then woody stuff here. I'm just going to cut these back a bit, and then see all of that wounding. I'll put rooting hormone on those. So that one I'm going to cut on a little bit of an angle, and should get callusing on these, and that is how roots will come out of the callusing. The callusing is repairing itself, but that's all you really need to get a good cutting, is that right there. On these bigger branches, I'm just taking my hand and just ripping off all of these smaller branches that may or may not turn into cuttings. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these cut up, and then I'll bring you back in for the putting on the rooting hormone and sticking them into, it's a peat moss potting mix. You want good draining, but I'll get to that in a minute, so I'll bring you back in. I got all my cuttings done. I've got a total of 123 out of 15 plants. And granted, they're 18 to 24 inch plants, so they weren't even that big, and I was pretty selective. I mean, I've got a few little ones here that I'm going to try, but for the most part, they're bigger cuttings. Okay, so I've got 3 Rubbermaid totes here with holes in the bottom. Got Hormex 8. Which is for hardwood cuttings, which these are. It's March 12th, which I've already said that. So they're still in dormancy. They're out like a light bulb. They're cold, hardy right now. When they wake up, hopefully they'll start callousing. That rooting hormone will help the callousing and then help produce roots. It just kind of drives it that much faster. So what I'm going to do is we'll just do that. Yeah, that works great. All right, last one. Alright, I got 123 cuttings here. This is Emerald Arborvitae. I'm just going to put these underneath the table where they'll be out of the sun. They will continue their dormancy until natural spring occurs. And then after that, hopefully they will callus up and start growing roots through those calluses, through the rooting hormone, which is Hormone number 8. But again, this is Matt with M32. Growing Gardener. See you on the next one.